We're entering orbit rise.
Elliptical orbit established.
Sir, my polarity field imager is showing that the atmosphere has a layer of magnetic hydrogen.
Yes, it does. That's the source of its magnetic field. Lieutenant Andrews, prepare the core probe for release.
Yes, sir, Captain. The launch bay is open and ready for release.
Release probe and initiate thrust. Priscilla, open all telemetry portals.
Telemetry portals are open and ready for data gathering.
Probe is away, Captain.
Excellent. Priscilla, we are looking for a core. There are models of the past that suggest there should be a core, but keep in mind that most of these were derived from evolutionary models.
The probe is getting close to the center. The pressure is rising, but so far no solid core detected.
What keeps it together if there is no core?
That's a very good question. No one really knows for sure, but there has been a lot of speculation.
Maybe when Genesis Command gets this mountain of data I'm transmitting, they can figure it out.
You're one step ahead of me, Priscilla.
Look at those bands across the surface. They look like Jupiter.
Yep, it's a beautiful planet. I wonder what those wind speeds are, Donton.
They say that they're higher than Jupiter's. We'll know for sure once I drop the drop sonde.
Now that you mention it, get to it.
Yes, sir. Oh, and Priscilla, I'll be careful.
I would appreciate it.
Okay, Captain. Release docking.
Stay above cloud level. Jupiter was nothing compared to the estimated winds on Saturn.
Getting ready to release the drop sonde. 3, 2, 1.
I'm getting readings on wind speed. It's incredible, 1,100 miles per hour.
That is incredible, considering the highest wind speed ever measured on Earth was only 302 miles per hour, and that was in an F5 tornado. The tornado covers very little area, while these winds cover most of the atmosphere of Saturn.
Yeah, I don't want to go down there.
The sensors indicate that the atmosphere is mostly made of hydrogen and helium. In fact, the specific density is very low. It's mostly gas.
According to evolution, gas giants shouldn't be here at all.
Yet here it is, and it's a little too big to miss.
There you go again, picking on those poor evolutionists.
Well, it's survival of the fittest, right?
Actually, we must continue studying God's creation to counter that worldview. And we must believe that when God said that He created the world in 6 literal days, He meant it. The heart of man is bent toward believing a lie, so we must constantly reveal the truth.
I'm back underneath G7 and docking.
Come back aboard, Lieutenant. I'd say we have had a hard week's work. Go ahead, Lieutenant Jennings.
The data from this drop sound is amazing. The scientists here at Genesis Command are literally falling all over each other at the sheer amount of material to study.
He is a genius, you know.
I think so. Captain, I have your next set of orders from Admiral Croft. You're headed to Uranus. That should make for a fascinating study.
I'm almost sure of it. Priscilla, set a course for Uranus. Donton, engage magnetoplasma impulse engines.
Engaging MIEs.
Your move.
I don't want to move. I prefer to stay where it's safe.
You have to move. And besides, since when have you ever wanted to stay anywhere that's safe?
Since I spent 4 days sitting in a 6-foot overgrown bathtub floating around Titan. There.
So, are you getting tired of your new invention?
No, but I realized I should have put more thought into the design.
What would you change about it?
Well, for one thing, I'd install a hydrogen ion battery backup system, but I can't do anything like that out here. No, I don't want to move again.
What else?
What else what?
What else would you change about little G?
I'm not sure I like the roll thrusters. They're kind of squirrely at times, but I think I can do some modifications to make them more responsive.
Checkmate. Oh, and one thing you might want to think about adding to the little G.
What's that?
A bathroom would be nice.
I'm going to bed.
Come on in.
Captain, sorry to disturb you. I just want to let you know that we will be prepping to aero capture Uranus in 4 hours.
Okay, thank you, Priscilla.
You're welcome.
Oh, wait, could we talk?
Sure.
I've been thinking, I know you miss your mom, and I was thinking, how do you get along with Lieutenant Abigail?
I don't really know her that well, but she seems nice. Why do you ask?
Well, I was hoping when we get back home, you two might spend a little time together. You know, just to get to know one another. I think you'd really like her.
I would like that. Speaking of home, as much as I love studying all these amazing planets, I am getting kind of homesick.
Yeah, I think we all are. Donton was even pining for his old toolbox the other day.
Only he would miss tools.
True. Well, Priscilla, thanks for talking to me. I won't take any more of your time.
Thank you, Uncle Enoch. Oh, and by the way, I think you should ask her.
Working late tonight, are we?
Yes, just some final system checks before the crew air captures Uranus.
Well, they've been doing rather well, considering all the trouble Donton's been causing.
Hey, nobody caused any of this. They're the best crew for the job.
Right. Do you need any help?
No one's allowed on the screen without clearance, Arnold. Which is why I was so upset when I saw you here the other day.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna go eat now.
By the way, where did you get that?
Oh, from the Instameal closet over there. Donton's been putting on a little weight recently. He won't miss it.
Couldn't sleep?
I did for a little while, but I get anxious before air capture.
So do I. I think we all do. Do you miss home?
Yeah, sometimes a lot.
I think Uncle Enoch is getting homesick. I know I am.
He's pining for Lieutenant Jennings, I do know that.
Yeah, he loves her. I think he's gonna ask her to marry him when we get back. So how do you use this thing anyway?
It reads the preset meals back at Genesis' command. Just say what you want and it'll transport it here.
Can I try? I am kinda hungry.
Sure, but it won't cook it. I turned that feature off because my steaks were overdone.
Make ham and cheese sandwich.
You know, theoretically I could bring Lieutenant Jennings here, if she was in the transport area.
You could not.
I could too. They're just atoms. They reassemble themselves just as they were before. Wouldn't that be something? Make Lieutenant Jennings.
Where am I? Donton, what did you do?
Donton, she's here.
On the ship?
Yes, you are.
I'm not supposed to be here.
I know, it's great.
No, it's not. I'm in space. I'm in space.
It's okay, we are too.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
But you said...
I'm sorry, I didn't really think it'd work.
What wasn't supposed to happen?
This, you being here. Captain, your girlfriend's here.
I don't think I would have told him that way. Okay, let me explain. I came into the kitchen and Donton was eating a sandwich because he couldn't sleep. So I asked him if he was homesick because I knew you were, and then I decided I was hungry, so I asked him how the Instameal worked and he told me. And I told it to give me a ham and cheese sandwich and it did. It looked so good. Then we talked for a minute and Donton said he could actually bring Abigail here, and I said no you can't, and he said that he could too, it's just atoms. Then he looked at the Instameal and said jokingly, I think, make Jennings, and poof, here she is.
Inputs for aerobraking over Uranus required in 2 minutes, unless you want to die.
Captain, we have to air capture Uranus. Lieutenant Jennings, I need help. We have to get the captain back.
Back where?
To reality. We need to air capture.
Captain, do you hear me? Captain, do you read?
Donton, we have to aero capture. Donton, we have to aero capture. Donton, wake up, it's time to aero capture. Donton, wake up. Wake up, Donton. The captain wants you on the bridge. It's time to aero capture.
Okay, tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Nice of you to join us, Lieutenant.
That extra hour of beauty sleep didn't help one bit.
Aerobraking trajectory established, Captain.
Donton, please take all of my numbers.
Looks good.
We have a few minutes till aero capture. Priscilla, go ahead and set up the image scan. Put it on our screen so we can all see it.
There you go. It's up.
This is the closest anyone has ever been to Uranus.
I was doing some research. The whole thing is spinning on its side.
I know, it's really strange. I think the evolutionists got it wrong.
I think so too. According to their theory, all of the planets should spin in the same direction. That is, if they were formed out of a disk of dust spinning around a central sun. But there's never been any real evidence for that theory.
I was reading up on it. They said the particles just stick together, but we know they can't just stick together. There has to be something to make them stick.
The dust would need to be almost still for that to happen. Besides, where did the dust come from to begin with?
All valid questions, just like why does Venus spin the wrong way, and why is Mercury so small?
And why do the gas giants exist at all?
Yeah, the ideal gas law says that as gas compresses, it also pushes back out. So what compressed the gas to form Uranus?
I think God created it like that.
That is as plausible an explanation as any I've heard.
The Bible says that on day 4 he created the sun, moon, and stars.
And it makes sense to me that God created it all, after everything we've seen.
Nearing the moon Titania.
Now that's a big rock.
Yes, it is, and we wouldn't want to hit that one.
We won't, but this is going to be a very impressive flyby. Let's strap in. It's time for aerobraking.
Trajectory is set, reducing speed.
vertical orbit established, Captain. Altitude 25,000 kilometers.
Excellent, just above the cloud surface. You won't have to travel far to drop the drops on this time. Go ahead and get to it.
Yes, sir.
Priscilla, start data recording.
Data recording activated.
Are you strapped in?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Releasing docking arms.
I'm over the drop location now, Captain.
Data recorders are running smoothly, sir. I'm ready.
Okay, Donton, go ahead.
She's away. The underside camera has a great view, you know. I think this is the best view I've had so far.
Wind speeds are 500 miles per hour and increasing. The atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, ammonia, and methane, and they're all frozen. It's a very cold place.
No life down there, but it's a great view.
Go ahead, Lieutenant Jennings.
The data from the drop sonde is incredible. We're getting much more information than from the probes. Our scientists wanted me to tell Lieutenant Andrews that they really appreciate his work.
Did you hear that, Donton?
Yeah, I did. Tell him, aw shucks, 'tweren't nothing.
Tell them he said thank you.
I will. Your new orders should be here soon, and I'll contact you again.
Thank you, Miss Jennings. Okay, Donton, I hate to take you away from review, but it's time to dock.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking about?
I was just thinking about Donton.
What about him?
I was thinking about what he was saying when I woke him up.
He was talking? What was he saying?
I couldn't quite make it out, but it sounded something like that wasn't supposed to happen.
He must be tired.
You bet I am. Months of boredom followed by intense pressure is getting to me. I'm more of an even kill kind of guy.
Well, I'll see if I can keep you busier between planets from now on.
What were you dreaming about when I woke you up?
I would really rather not say thank you very much. Hey, do you think dreams have any meaning?
Never been asked that before. Dreams are thoughts running through your head. I suppose they could have meaning.
Didn't the Bible have a lot of dreams that were interpreted? They had meaning, right?
Yes, they did, although they were accompanied by a prophet to interpret them. I don't know that we can determine their meaning ourselves, or even if they have a meaning.
So if I have a dream, I just forget about it?
Not necessarily. I suppose you can always learn something about life from your dreams, but I wouldn't adjust something in your life just because you had a dream about it. Everything should be weighed by the Bible and what it says.
That's good advice. I always write mine down, then later I can go back and most of the time see how silly they were.
Go ahead, Lieutenant Jennings.
Hello, Captain. We have your flight plan from Genesis Command. Your next destination is Neptune.
Wow, we're really getting out there. 30 astronomical units is nothing to sneeze at.
Genesis 7 will set the record for the farthest manned space flight 2 days from now.
Thanks to the Lord and the great crew He has given me. Okay, Priscilla, set a course for Neptune.
Our course is set. Distance is 10 astronomical units. We should arrive in 68 days at full power.
Donton, set MIEs to full power and engage.
MIEs are at full power.
Let's go to Neptune.